Coach, what did it mean to you after the way the Celtics came back into that game to finish off the fourth quarter the way you did?
Well, it means a lot. I thought Brook and Joe were really great down the stretch for us. Reggie Evans with his defense down the stretch. Deron quarterbacking the team. It was just fun to watch, you know, to be able to win a close game like that, especially without Gerald Wallace. It really means a lot to us.
Coach, why did you foul forward twice there in the final?
Did you see Pierce come with the pull-up three? You saw that? So I had in my mind that he was going to probably do it again. So I played the foul game. So it's a coaching decision. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But the main thing is we didn't do a good job of guarding Pierce at the three-point line. He doesn't need much space. Rondo doesn't need much space. I've coached Jason Terry. He doesn't need any space. So I thought fouling was the best strategy. And also, they were out of timeouts.
Is that a concern, though, that you don't necessarily trust your defense?
It's not about trusting. It's a strategy. It's not about trusting. You do what you got to do to win. And that's what we thought was the appropriate strategy. Like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm not necessarily, a foul guy in those situations, but considering what we were dealing with, we just wanted to go with that. And fortunately, it worked out for us.
Avery, Joe can find a shot early in the first, second, third quarters there, but the fourth quarter, he had a stretch of about 6, 7 points in a row. Just how key was that for you guys to pull this game out tonight?
Yeah, we ran a play that he's familiar with, where he likes to get the ball in the middle of the floor, and he made plays for us. And when a guy is struggling, I think he was 2 for 10 at one time, and when you're struggling like that, a lot of times we only remember what happens in the fourth quarter. You got a baseball player, he goes 0 for 3, but he gets up in the ninth inning and plays, hits a home run or a double and brings somebody in. That's what you remember. And it's the same thing tonight with Joe. He struggled a little bit, but I thought he did a good job of getting quality shots, hit shots. And fortunately, they went in the basket, and we made on-time, on-target passes to get him the ball.
Coach, prior to the game, you talked about the team needing a breakthrough. Was this the breakthrough you were looking for, and if so, how significant is it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really significant if you go out on the road and have a good road trip. But I thought he was good. This was one of the biggest games that we've had, in our, 2+ years being here, and especially in our new home here in the Barclays Center with our fans. It's just so fun because I remember when the Celtics would come to our games in the last 2 years, they would have 75–80% of the fans. So it's just great to see, now that we got our fans, they're into the game. Obviously, you hear them holler in Brooklyn a lot in the fourth quarter. It's really fun to be a part of.
Avery, Joe, and Deron obviously didn't shoot the ball well, but in the last minute, how critical was that free throw shooting performance?
Yeah, and that's critical, and especially, when you're kind of playing that foul game, and then they got to foul you, you got to make your free throws. And our guys, made their free throws, and we probably got away with one. We were trying to get the ball to Deron right there by their bench, and we didn't execute it so great. But again, for us, now when we get to that part of practice when we're trying to protect the lead and we're going through those type of exercises, I think the guys are going to pay a little bit more attention.
Coach, why has establishing Brook early been such a big part of the game here, and how has that affected games as they've gone on through the
Well,
course?
because, anytime you can have a presence in the paint, and Brook tonight was a presence. He got the game ball tonight, and it wasn't just because of his points. It was the 4 block shots. That's something we've been asking for, and I know he's capable of it on a consistent basis. And even if he doesn't block it, contesting shots. So I thought he was really good. He made some big buckets for us there in the fourth. Came up with that loose ball and put back. So again, if Brook can do this, especially against a Celtics team, I think he can do it against a lot of teams. So we need him to have this type of presence. The guys believe in him. And it's a big responsibility. He took probably one off-balance shot tonight that I didn't care for. But other than that, he had a pretty good performance.
Avery, you know, there was a lot of talk when you guys signed Jerry this summer about him being a veteran guy to come in and, you know, be a veteran influence, but when you had the big three there late, midway through the fourth, top of the game, and you become kind of a vital rotation guy. Have you been a little surprised at how important he's become early on for you?
I would say give Jerry all the credit. Give Jerry all the credit. He worked hard in the offseason to get his body ready to play. We didn't necessarily plan on him being in the rotation. We kind of fallen into it. And you know, it's such a long season, Tim. You know, things happen. We played Marshall, 5 minutes or so tonight, and he made a big bucket to help us. But right now, Jerry is a rotation player for us, and can't necessarily explain it. It's just something that's just kind of happened. 20 minutes, and probably stretched it way too longer than what we wanted, but we didn't have any other choices in that situation. So he's been solid. And the main thing about Jerry, we really like the way he moves the basketball. He's really showing our young guards when they get double teamed how to move the basketball and make the extra pass.
CJ was 2 for 8 tonight. Seemed like he was taking a shot a little bit. What did you see from him out there?
I was just, one bothered me where he kind of faked himself covered. He was wide open, and he was thinking a little bit too much. So we will review it with him and tell him in those situations we want him to take his shot and take it with confidence. CJ is a really good player. He's going to be a strong performer for us this year. Tonight wasn't necessarily his best game, but then he was in there at the end when we were in some switching situations. And I thought overall, the times he was on Jason Terry, I thought he did a good job chasing.
Bob Temps with the final question.
You've had some issues in the second half, so giving up leads. I know today you gave one up there, but how important was that, especially against a team like Boston, to make that comeback there in the fourth quarter and close it out?
And you know what, Tim, I think it's not only the second half, our third quarters haven't been good at all. And we've been outscored at an alarming rate throughout the season. So my coaches are always on me about it. And hopefully we'll figure it out. I know one of the things we can point to are our turnovers in the third quarter. I'll have to look at it over the first 7 games and see how we're turning the ball over, quality of shots. I'll have to take a look at the rotation, who's in the game, who's out the game, what the defenses are doing to us. But I want to also see why our defense has been struggling a little bit there in the third quarter. But that's why we're not a finished product. We won this game. We got a tough trip coming up. And we got to try to get off to a good start at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
What did you think of the way you guys came back from there and kind of bounced back from the ball behind there?
I thought it showed some mental toughness. All right? We're not going to go too crazy, but I thought it showed some mental toughness. And it's just a good night for the Nets. Last night we had a team, we had a little team gathering with our president, Irina Pavlova, and we were really talking about, can we really win this game? And what I was telling her is we got to think we can win before we can actually win. And I thought our team did a good job of shoot around, started in shoot around, and we carried over a lot of those principles in the game.
Okay, thank you. Deron.
So what do you think about today? I mean, it was a big game, the Celtics, home court. What was your thoughts about it?
Yeah, it was a fantastic environment to play in. The crowd really brought it tonight. They were there for us at the end of the game. And then my teammates played the way they're capable of. D-Will made big plays down the stretch, showed Joe, and we stayed together. We got stops, and, we kept strong.
Like you said before the game, this has been different for you. It was exciting. How exciting and different was it to have a packed-out crowd like that cheer for you guys?
Honestly, maybe a boring answer, but it's just fun. It's a lot of fun to be out there playing with the guys, and it really hasn't been like that in a long time here.
On that Joe miss, when you got the offensive rebound, did the ball just kind of fall here, or did you see that kind of development?
I knew which way Joe was attacking, so I was just trying to work opposite and get in the paint. I trust Joe to make that shot, so I wasn't really expecting it, honestly.
What's it like when you finally get that first breakthrough? I know it's a young shot, to get that first breakthrough.
It's great. We've had 3 or 4 great victories in a row now. We just keep continuing to improve every game, and I think the sky's the limit for us.
Brook, why has establishing you early been so successful for this team, and how has that impacted the offense the rest of the way?
We've been trying to come out the gate in our phase one offense, really run the floor. We got a great floor general in Deron, and guys like Joe and Ham that can really run the floor, And I'm just out there trying to play off them. I know they can make great plays, and they set me up where I can get easy layups.
Brook, what were you thinking about ISO Joe at the end of the game? He scored 6 points in a row down the stretch in the fourth quarter to help propel you guys to the victory.
And that's what he does. He was incredible tonight, and he's been incredible the last few nights, and I know he's going to keep doing it.
You guys figured out how to close games out?
Definitely. Like I said, we keep improving each game, and we're definitely learning each game. There's a lot to take from this, but we played well.
The Nets go like Joe in the fourth quarter. You close your number. Is this how you envision closing out games when you were traded here?
Well, definitely. Down the stretch, man. I thrive for moments like that. My teammates done a great job. The coaching staff done a great job in putting me in a good position to make plays.
What did it feel like making the crowd do that on the stretch against a team like the Celtics?
It felt great. Considering that offensively throughout the game, it was just, wasn't as fluent as normal. I just didn't make shots like I normally do. But, the last 3-4 minutes of the game, I just tried to focus in a little more and just be a little bit more aggressive.
You guys have had your struggles in the second half and get up in Pittsburgh. How important was it, especially against a team like this, to come back there in the fourth and close it out?
It was very important. Against a great team like Boston, we showed a lot of resiliency in that fourth quarter. We went into the fourth. I think we were down going into the fourth, but we was able to get stops down the stretch as well as easy baskets.
What's it mean to get the first breakthrough into this new franchise, this new borough against like a pretty good quality opponent like that?
I'm more excited for the fans more than anything. Like I say, my favorite chant is when they start doing the Brooklyn chant. So I enjoy hearing it, and hopefully we can, keep winning games like this so they can keep chanting.
Joe, I think you were 3 for 13 before you went off in the fourth quarter. Is the mentality just fire away when I get the ball?
Can't worry about the last shot. You got to worry about the next one. And in that fourth quarter, D was telling me in the fourth that we had to be more aggressive and make plays. I understood he was kind of gimping a little bit. So, I just wanted to be a little more aggressive, man, and just try to make something happen.
Jerry, you came in tonight and you hit the big three-pointer at the time of the game. About 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so you got the bucket at that point. But how good did it feel to come in and be able to contribute and hit that shot to bring the team back?
Yeah, it felt like just coming in, making plays, and get a lot of good looks. I think just being able to space the floor, kind of give guys a little more room to work. Subtle things that contribute, but I think I was able to, like you said, make a big shot there, but I think just getting in, penetrating, they running out, honoring the fact that you can make them, and we were able to get some easy drop-offs and guys finished in the paint, but I thought we battled, we didn't play great, we made some mistakes defensively that could have cost us, didn't execute as we would like to be, later on in the year, but we did enough. Sometimes that's all it takes, just doing enough to win.
Avery said that you worked hard during the summer to get your body in shape, and you came in. He wasn't necessarily sure if you would be a rotation player, but now with Wallace out, you stepped up and played 20 minutes tonight. How do you feel physically, and can you continue to carry that?
Yeah, I feel great. I just, like I said, I'm not really trying to concern myself with kind of the last couple of years. I felt like last year I was in great shape. I was probably the best shape of my life. It just didn't work. It wasn't in the cards for me. I was just kind of in a different role than Atlanta. But I personally felt that I should have played a little bit more. And so I didn't really want to go out with that taste in my mouth, knowing that I could still contribute and play. And so I got another opportunity to come here, be a part of this. And so I pushed my body again, this year, to the point that I almost overdid it. Pulled my hamstring and my groin right before training camp, but it was all in an effort to have moments like this, to be able to help this team. But I feel great. I feel obviously it's maintenance. At this point, it's about maintenance. The guys, they get to just jump in the shower and go on to the restaurant. And I got to stay back with a little bit of extra ice and things like that. But it comes with the territory, I guess.
Stack, what did it mean to close this game out tonight, the way you guys did?
Yeah, it was big for us because we're still trying to gain confidence. I think we won 3 in a row before tonight, but realistically, we hadn't played any elite level teams. We feel like that's an elite level team that we beat tonight. Obviously, we were missing a piece, but we feel like we were missing a huge piece too. One of our big 3 was out tonight, so. They kind of cancel each other in our minds, so we take this as a huge win and hopefully get a confidence builder to know definitely at home. We still got a lot to prove as far as going out on the road and trying to get these wins and other teams building, but this was a step in the right direction tonight.
How does your team learn how to win games like this? You know what I mean? Because you guys still have a team together. How do you find out how to do this more consistently?
Simply like how we did it tonight. Just going out and doing it. It wasn't a great formula for tonight. You can't just script how games are going to play out. It comes down to making timely baskets, getting timely stops. It's a game of mistakes, and it's really the team that makes the least amount of mistakes during those last few minutes of the team that wins the game. And tonight we were those teams. We made our free throws. They missed some free throws. We protected the ball. We rebounded the ball, and we got a few stops.
When you guys are down the way you were in the fourth quarter there, is there any thought in the back of your mind saying, almost like, here we go again, we're at home, we're losing this game, like that kind of stuff, or not?
I don't really have that mentality. I feel like we're just going to keep battling it out, and something's good going to happen there. And that's just how I think. We got a group of guys that have to, get more of that mentality. I don't think they've been in a situation before where they feel like they, can grind it out. But coach that I played for a couple times, Rick Carlisle, I thought he had a great comment about basketball in general, like work the game. And that's something that always stuck with me, work the game. From beginning to end, and if you continue to work the game, good things happen in the end, and I thought we worked the game well tonight.
Great team leading closers. Is Joe the guy from this team? Do you want to give the ball to down the stretch of these close games?
At the end of the day, you're going to have guys step up and aid your best players. Most teams aren't going to let the best player step up and make shots, so we got to have schemes and things to be able to definitely put him in position when he's single coverage. By all means, him and Deron are the guys that we want the ball in their hands to make play and put. He's proven that he's very formidable on the block and can make big shots and make big plays for us. So we don't have one guy. I think we got 1A, 1B, and 1C. We got guys that we can get something out of. And then other guys that can step up and make shots, like CJ, myself, Marshawn come in and give us some minutes. And you talked about Jordan. He brings a whole different, to our team. And just, that's the word.
Stack, you talk about getting extra minutes too lately, and you get the fourth quarter minutes tonight from Coach Johnson. What did that mean to you to get the call in the fourth?
Well, I think it may be surprising to other people, but that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? He's seen it before. I think he knows that I've been there before. I've been in those situations. And I think that's a lot of times I was a guy running to get the ball in free throws. Now I'm the guy taking it out and making sure we get the ball in bounds. So, you evolve and your roles change, but at the same time, Coach had confidence in me, so I'm very appreciative of that, and just appreciative of this whole opportunity, man. To be with a great group of guys, continuing to try to build. Like I said before, we're a long ways away from where I think we could be, and where we hope to be sometime in April and May.
When you get 63 combined points from the big 3, do you think that you're already there as far as those 3 with their chemistry?
I don't think that. They'd probably be the first to tell you that they're not really where they want to be right now. I think they're still figuring things out. We're 4-2 now. 5-2.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 games. You know, you got to. It's like you normally take it in 10 to 15 game series to see where you're at. You want to go 10. You want to be like 8-2, or 7-3. Then the next 10, you set the other goals there. And then as you get to about 20 games or 25 games, you hope you start having an identity of who you are. But 7 games, I'm not sure what our identity is right now. We want to continue to build our defense. We have some lapses from time to time. We want to be more consistent in that department.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks.
Hey,
How's your ankle?
Not my ankle. My, like, I don't even know what it is. It's in between my Achilles and calf. Sorry, we'll be out of my Sunday. That's all that matters.
Just a knock?
It was actually already sore before the game. Street up. It was July. It was already sore, and it been bothering me pretty much the whole first half. But then I got, I kicked a knee in it on that spin move, and it just goes downhill from there.
So this is just something you had to fight through?
Yeah.
Darren, what does it mean to win this game tonight, considering you guys talked a lot about trying to come out here and beat a division opponent, Celtics team, you never measure yourself against that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, this was a huge win for us. Even though they didn't have Rondo, it's still a big win for us because we didn't have Gerald. It was a big part of our team. We came out and battled and made a run. We were able to sustain that run, knock down our free throws at the end of the game. Made some key stops when we needed to. So this was a huge win for us.
Deron, tonight you get 63 points combined from you, Joe Johnson, and Brook Lopez. From your perspective, where do you think you guys are in terms of your chemistry?
I mean, I still think we can play a lot better. I mean, me and Joe shot, pretty bad from the floor tonight at least. So I mean, there's definitely improvement. I think all around the board. I mean, as a team, we shot 42%. So we can definitely improve our field goal percentage. We can still do a better job of executing at certain times in certain situations. But we're getting better. We've been going in the right direction.
Do you think the formula of success is having Brook start out early and then have Joe as the closer towards the end?
What do you mean?
Well, Brook Lopez, he's always coming out hot and scoring around like 10 points in the first quarter, and then you saw what Joe did tonight. He carried you guys a little bit down the stretch. Do you think that that's a possible formula for success for you guys?
I don't know I don't think that's how it's going to be all the time. I think we definitely want to go and establish Brook early. But I mean, it's going to be nice where Brook's going to close it for us. It's going to be nice where I close it. It's going to be nice where it's everybody. So I think that's the thing with our team is we're pretty versatile and we have a lot of guys that like to take big shots. So I think it'll even itself out.
Deron, what is it about establishing Brook early that opens up the offense, if at all?
Well, I mean, you want to play inside out. You want to establish the postgame early. Get the big flow going early, and then they're going to start having to double team him, and then other guys are going to be able to get their shots out. And they've been him and Hump have been doing a great job of passing the ball, especially out of pick and roll situations.
Darren, you guys closed things out tonight. You had trouble a couple times this year closing games out. How are you guys learning to do this as a team? New players, new faces, that kind of stuff as well out there.
Well, I mean, it just takes time, and every game like this is good for that. When you play in these type of situations, you tend to get better at them. Today I thought we did a great job executing down the stretch. Like he said, Joe, did a good job of closing out the game. We ran some isolation plays for him, and he was able to get going. And it's an ongoing process with this team. We're still a relatively young team, but like I said, we're getting better. Closing out games. We have the last 2.
Coach Johnson alluded to the difference between playing the Celtics here at the Barclays Center as opposed to Prudential Center with the crowd and the jerseys that you see. Did you notice that by looking at
the last couple of times I played at the Celtics, there was more Celtics fans than there was Nets fans. So, that wasn't the case today. And it was definitely a great atmosphere. Like I said, the fans have been great all year. I pretty much expect that now. And they definitely help us, get going, help us stay into the game with their energy.
Deron, how big were those back-to-back buckets by Joe when you guys were tied? And then, second question, I mean, your free throw shooting down the stretch, Avery kind of had that weird strategy where you're up 4 and he doesn't want to shoot a 3, so he fouls.
Yeah, you know, those shots by Joe were huge. Like you said, I mean, those were 2 big-time shots. You know, just one-on-one, you know, him going out and making a play. And then the free throws, you know, you have to make those free throws in that situation, because if you don't, then that tactic backfires. So, you know, I was just happy that we made the shots.
You guys are going on a 3-game trip now. How important was this win tonight as far as your confidence doing 3 games in 4 nights out in California?
It was really important. You know, just keep our morale in the locker room high. But I think more importantly is how we come out on Sunday, you know, against Sacramento. That's the most important thing. It's important for us to get off to a good start on this road trip.
Anyone else?
7 games in, 5 at home. What are you feeling about how you guys have been doing relative to your expectations going in?
You know, we're 5-2, so we're definitely happy with the record, and we feel like we haven't even played, you know, even close to our best basketball. So I think that's the most promising thing, because we still have a lot of room for improvement, you know, on both ends of the floor, and you know, we'll keep working on it, whether it's in practice or in games, and we'll continue to get better.
Okay, thank you.